Judge, I want to ask you about equal justice. Black Americans continue to endure profiling, harassment, brutality, discrimination in policing and prosecution, in sentencing, and in incarceration. How can you use the immense power of the Office of the Attorney General to make real America's promise of equal justice for all? And can you please be specific about the tools that you'll have at your disposal?
Yeah. So this is a substantial part of why I wanted to be the Attorney General. I'm deeply aware of the moment that the country is in. When Senator Durbin was reading the statement of Robert Kennedy, it hit me that we are in a similar moment to the moment he was in. So there are a lot of things that the department can do. One of those things has to do with the problem of mass incarceration, the over-incarceration of American citizens, and of its disproportionate effect on Black Americans and communities of color and other minorities. There are different ways in which we can try, that is, disproportionate in the sense both of population, but also given the data we have on the fact that crimes are not committed by these crimes are not committed in any greater number than in others, and that similar crimes are not charged in the same way. So we have to figure out ways to deal with this. So one important way, I think, is to focus on the crimes that really matter, that to bring our charging and our arresting on violent crime and others that deeply affect our society, and not have such an overemphasis on marijuana possession, for example, which has disproportionately affected communities of color and then damaged them far after the original arrest because of the inability to get jobs. We have to look at our charging policies again and go back to the policy that I helped Janet Reno draft during her period, and that Eric Holder drafted while he was the Attorney General, of not feeling that we must charge every offense to the maximum, that we don't have to seek the highest possible offense with the highest possible sentence, that we should give discretion to our prosecutors to make the offense and the charge fit the crime and be proportional to the damage that it does to our society. That we should look at we should also look closely and be more sympathetic towards retrospective reductions in sentences, which the First Step Act has given us some opportunity, although not enough, to reduce sentences to a fair amount. And legislatively, we should look at equalizing, for example, what's known as the crack powder ratio, which has had an enormously disproportionate impact on communities of color, but which evidence shows is not related to the dangerousness of the two drugs. And we should do as President Biden has suggested, seek the elimination of mandatory minimum, so that we once again give authority to district judges, trial judges, to make determinations based on all of the sentencing factors that judges normally apply, and that don't take away from them the ability to do justice in individual cases. All of that will make a big difference in the things that you're talking about.